Hey everybody, JRC99US coming at you from my iPad 2, and this is going to be a video response for the wonderful video that the Atheist Antidote talked about, excuse me, when it comes to the Founding Fathers and Christianity. First of all, I want to apologize. If you hear a jet engine in the background, I'm actually doing my laundry. I'm right near the kitchen, and my washer and dryer are pretty much in the kitchen. Anyway, as a response for Atheist Antidote, like I said, it's a wonderful video, and I'm glad somebody was doing it. I was going to do this one, but of course Atheist Antidote beat me to it, and that's fine, AA, that's fine. Go for it. Go, brother. You've got the floor. Anyway, for this video response, it was going to, like I said, it was going to be an original video that I was going to do, and I've had people ask when I say that, yes, for example, Thomas Jefferson was a Christian, and I have evidence, and people say, where's your evidence? Well, I'm glad you asked, and Atheist Antidote, this is for you as well. Just to let you know, there is a book out there that I think you would love to read. I can't put this down. My father had it. He used it in Hot Potato Radio, like the videos that I promoted here on YouTube. But anyway, this is the book. It is America's God and Country by William J. Federer. It's also, and it's not only America's God and Country, but it says Encyclopedia of Quotations. And right here on the front it says, highlighting America's noble heritage, profound quotes from founding fathers, presidents, statesmen, and, ooh, you'll like this, scientists, yes, scientists, constitutions, court decisions, for uses in speeches, papers, debates, and essays. Well, this is definitely a debate, and I got some really hard evidence here that our founding fathers were Christian. Alright, so we got this book. It's a wonderful book. I picked it up from Amazon.com for only 99 cents. I mean, look at this. Look at this. 99 cents. This is a pretty big book. I mean, look at it. It's almost big as my head. It's a wonderful book. 99 cents. I think there was like $3 for shipping and everything like that. But it was 99 cents used. Like I said, my father had this before I got it. He used it on his radio show. I mean, he used it so much that once again, you know, as you can see, this is paper. It only comes in paperback. He used it so much that pages were literally falling out of the spine, and it's a wonderful book. So I thought I would do Thomas Jefferson, especially because people love to use him as their scapegoat for proving that that the founding fathers were not Christian, that he was a deist and some kind of libertarian. Or the founding father libertarianism. I know he was for state rights, as pretty much all of us conservatives are, but at the same time, it didn't mean that he was some kind of neocon. And yes, I did say neocon. So let me start off with something simple. So this is on page 322. As you can see, there's Thomas Jefferson. Everything there. Anyway, I'm going to start with the opening paragraph. Thomas Jefferson, his life is from 1743 to 1826. Author, architect, educator, and scientist, was the third president of the United States of America. In 1774, while serving in the Virginia Assembly, he personally introduced. It didn't mean he personally supported or went along with. He personally introduced a resolution calling for a day of fasting and prayer. Wait a minute, I thought he was a deist. If a deist really wanted to do some kind of introduction to something maybe as religious as a fasting and prayer, he probably wouldn't have done it, because why would we pray to God if God went away after he was done with his creation? That doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, they talk about the Declaration of Independence. I could read it for you, but I'm sure you guys know pretty much the same lines. But I'll read it for you anyway. Thomas Jefferson penned the words of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. Of course, we know that's an important date. Anyway, to quote from the Declaration of Independence, when in the course, and course with a capital C, of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which they have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth and separate and equal station to which the laws of nature, and both of those are capitalized, and of nature's God entitles them. Wait a minute, nature's God? I thought God went away. Anyway, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator, capital C. Oh, wait a minute, Creator. Oh, well, I thought God went away. I mean, yeah, he created, but I thought he went away. How could they be endowed by the creator? This guy sounds like some kind of right-wing religious nut. With certain inalienable rights, among these are the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge, both which are capitalized, to indicate either some form of deity. If Thomas Jefferson was a deist, he would not say that God is a supreme judge. Because God, if he's a deist, God is gone. It doesn't matter anymore. He wouldn't judge anybody because God came, he left, and there was no reason for him to judge. Anyway, appealing to the supreme judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions. Now, they are paraphrasing. They're just taking these out of they are taking these parts of the Declaration of Independence, but the ones that highlight these specific purposes. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on our protection of divine providence. Once again, capitalize, divine providence. Nothing of divine isolationism. Ooh, isolationism. We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Oh, man, what a right-wing religious Christian nut, isn't he? So before I go any further, as you can see, I'm watching The Patriot with Mel Gibson, one of my favorite movies, and I thought it'd be appropriate since we're talking about the Founding Fathers. If any scenes of violence came up, I do apologize, but at the same time, it's understandable. It's a Revolutionary War. I mean, it's war. War is hell. Get over it. Anyway, the next thing after I was talking about the Declaration of Independence, this part really shows the deism of Thomas Jefferson. Shortly after signing the Declaration of Independence, a committee was appointed to draft a seal for the newly United States. So, a seal, our main seal. Anyway, which would express the spirit of the nation. Thomas Jefferson proposed, in his own words, the children of Israel in the wilderness, led by a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. I'm not making this up. It says it right here. See, you want to see it? Can you see that? Right there. See that? Yeah. A deist says we need to have in our seal every type of evidence or a depiction that God is involved in our daily lives. The Israelites, while they were wandering the desert 40 days and 40 nights, they were led by God. If this guy truly believes that he was a deist, why would he suggest one of the ultimate stories proving that God is involved with us? Why would a deist say that should be in our seal? Anyway, during the period between 1779 and 1781, Thomas Jefferson served as a governor of Virginia, where he decreed a day of public and solemn thanksgiving and prayer to Almighty God. Deist. In 1781, Thomas Jefferson made this statement in Query 28 of his Notes of the State of Virginia. Excerpts of these statements are engraved on Thomas Jefferson's memorial in Washington, D.C. In fact, when I go to Washington, D.C., I'll take a picture of that to show you this deist and how proudly he stands as a deist. Or maybe even an atheist. I don't know. Someone who didn't want God involved in the United States. Remember, this is on his memorial and his own words. God who gave us life, gave us liberty. Deist. And can the liberties of a nation be thought secure when we have removed their only firm basis? A conviction in the minds of people that these liberties are of the gift of God. Gift? Deist. That they are not to be violated They are not to be violated but with his wrath. Wrath. Deist. Indeed, I tremble for my country. Now get this. Indeed, I tremble for my country. I'm reading this right out of the book. Here, I'll show you I'm reading out of the book. See? Indeed, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just and that his justice cannot sleep forever. Man, what a right-wing religious nut. Here's another thing I love about this book. Not only does it have the quotations, but it has the notes. See, this is like one section of all the notes of the quotations, proving that these are federally documented quotations or even proposals. I'm sure one thing I didn't point out was about the seal of the United States. Well, everybody would probably say, oh, well, where's your evidence there? Okay, well, anyway, it was Note 50 for Thomas Jefferson, and I got it right here. I'm putting my finger on it right here. Note 50, Thomas Jefferson. The proposal in July 3rd, 1776, a day before the Declaration of Independence was approved. July 3rd, 1776, in a proposition for a national seal, Journals of the Continental Congress. This is where you can find that his proposals in the Journals of the Continental Congress, 1776, Volume 5, page 530. So there you go. There's some evidence right there. Anyway, I didn't want to make this video long. I'm really passionate about this because I'm just sick and tired of hearing. I'm with you, Atheist Antidote. I'm sick and tired of hearing that, oh, our nation was founded on deists. Anyway, I'm gonna close off with this, and as I can see, this is the last scene from the Patriots. So what a great way to close. On March 23rd, 1801, when Thomas Jefferson was president, Thomas Jefferson wrote from Washington, D.C. to Moses Robinson, "The Christian religion, when divested of the rags of which they, the clergy, have enveloped it and brought it to the original purity and simplicity of its benevolent institutor, is a religion of all others most friendly to liberty, science, and the freest expansion of the human mind." Wait a minute, I thought he was a deist. Wait a minute, I thought he was a libertarian. I thought just man declaring man is free was enough. Well, anyway, hang on one second. I'm going to pause it because I know it's going to go to the credits. For a guy that people used for his separation of church and state, which is also in here, by the way, separation of church and state, which is his letter. It is not in the Constitution. I don't care what you guys say. It is not in the Constitution. And for people who say that there should be a separation of church and state, if you're talking about the original intent, like what Thomas Jefferson was talking about, then yes. But anyway, this one kind of takes the cake on who Thomas Jefferson was and what kind of Christian he was. I mean, for someone who says he wasn't a Christian, or he was a deist, or make sure that everything remains secular. And this last line says that the Christian religion is a religion of all others most friendly to liberty, science, and the freest expansion of the human mind. For crying out loud, people, what else does he have to say to prove to you that he wasn't a deist? What else does he have to do? I mean, God bless him, God rest his soul. He's gone now. You still expect something that's not there. It's like what I said in one of my previous videos. Like you're reaching in the air for something. You're reaching into thin air. There's nothing there. Thomas Jefferson indeed was a Christian. I have more quotes from Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, but I didn't want to make this as long as it is. But if you think that I'm angry and everything, you're darn right I'm angry. I'm angry to hear people who are being intellectually dishonest to say that Thomas Jefferson was a deist or tried to make him the founding father of secular humanism, which is a total lie. That's the reason I wanted to get this book again. I've been meaning to get it for a long time. I was hoping to have it on e-reader for my iPad, but they don't have it. But anyway, Atheist Antidote, you're right on the money. Don't give up on your message, man. And also, I am going to make sure that there are no comments and voting allowed, because I know there are going to be people here who are going to deny history and try to get my video spammed without even listening to the truth. So until then, excuse me, I'm sorry. I hope to have a new video soon. Otherwise, it's good to talk to everybody. God bless, and I'll see you later.
Reverend? The shepherd must tend his flock, and at times fight off the wolves.